The controversy exploded almost instantly, just hours after the shocking deaths of Rob Reiner and his wife Michele Reiner, a tragedy that left Hollywood stunned and grieving. Donald Trump took to social media with comments that many are now calling cruel, inflammatory, and deeply disrespectful. Instead of offering condolences or restraint, the former president chose to frame the deaths through a political lens, blaming what he called Trump Derangement Syndrome. Within minutes, outrage spread across the entertainment world, political circles, and social media, igniting one of the most intense backlash moments of Trump's post-presidency era. For millions of Americans, Robbie Reiner wasn't just a political voice. He was a beloved Hollywood icon, a man whose career spanned decades, shaping American culture through legendary films like A Few Good Men, The Princess Bride, and When Harry Met Sally. His death, alongside his wife Michele, was already devastating enough. But the shock turned into anger when Trump suggested that Reiner's outspoken criticism of his administration somehow played a role in the tragedy itself. According to Trump's posts, the killings, allegedly carried out by the couple's own son, Nick Reiner, were the result of anger caused by a mind-crippling disease known as Trump Derangement Syndrome. The wording alone sent chills through viewers and readers. Many immediately accused Trump of exploiting a family tragedy for political vengeance. Critics say the comments crossed a line that even seasoned political operatives rarely dare to approach. The reaction was swift and fierce. On The View, hosts did not hold back. Whoopi Goldberg, visibly shaken, condemned the remarks as hateful and vile, questioning how anyone, let alone a former president, could insult a man who had just been murdered and left children behind. Her words echoed the sentiment of countless viewers who felt the comments reflected a deeper erosion of empathy in modern political discourse. Maria Shriver was among the first celebrities to publicly speak out. Known for her long-standing advocacy for compassion and dignity in public life, Shriver described Trump's rhetoric as disgusting and dangerous, warning that such language only deepens divisions and normalizes cruelty. Social media flooded with similar responses, with fans and fellow celebrities calling for accountability and decency. But perhaps the most surprising voice came from James Woods, a longtime Trump supporter and conservative commentator. Appearing on Fox News, Woods did something few expected. He defended Rob Reiner. Woods revealed that despite their political differences, Reiner treated him with respect and kindness throughout their years working together. Particularly during Ghosts of Mississippi, Woods described Reiner as a godsend in his life, emphasizing that patriotism doesn't belong to one party alone. Woods' comments struck a powerful chord. "I judge people by how they treat me," he said, explaining that Rob Reiner respected his beliefs even when they disagreed. He painted a picture of two men on opposite sides of politics, but united by love for country and principle. "We had different paths to the same destination," Woods said, calling both Rob and Michele Reiner courageous, decent, and passionate people who always put action behind what they believed in. Meanwhile, Donald Trump was not backing down. Instead of softening his stance, he doubled down. In follow-up remarks, Trump openly referred to Reiner as deranged, reigniting outrage. Late-night television hosts, while celebrating Reiner's legacy, also turned their attention to Trump's comments. Monologues across late night with Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel Live, and The Daily Show highlighted the contrast between honoring a Hollywood legend and attacking him in death. One particularly biting line resonated with audiences. "There's only one person suffering from TDS, and we know who that is." The crowd reaction was thunderous. For many viewers, the situation symbolized something larger than one feud. It represented a breakdown of moral boundaries that once existed even between political enemies. The irony of the situation deepened as past footage resurfaced. Years before becoming political adversaries, Michele Reiner had photographed the cover image for Trump's iconic book, The Art of the Deal. The revelation stunned many who had assumed the families had always been bitter rivals. The truth, however, was far more complex. In a 2004 interview with Entertainment Tonight, filmed inside the Reiners' home, Michele spoke warmly about her husband's political involvement. She praised his passion, calling him tireless and deeply committed to his beliefs. At one point, she even joked that Rob Reiner would make a great president. though she quickly admitted she didn't actually want him to run. The moment now feels hauntingly bittersweet. Those clips painted a picture of a household fueled by debate, activism and love, not hatred. Friends of the couple say Rob and Michele thrived on spirited discussion, often egging each other on when it came to political causes. They weren't driven by anger, but by a desire to make the country better, even when their methods or opinions sparked controversy. As the media storm grew, experts and political analysts weighed in. Several communication strategists noted that Trump's comments may further alienate moderate voters who are exhausted by relentless hostility. Mental health advocates also criticized the weaponization of psychological terminology, like derangement syndrome, warning that it stigmatizes real conditions and trivializes genuine suffering. Fury over what they describe as a character assassination of a man who can no longer defend himself. Some insiders believe the incident could permanently damage Trump's already fragile relationship with Hollywood. Beyond politics, there's the human cost. Robbie Reiner leaves behind a legacy of storytelling that shaped generations. His films weren't just entertainment. They were emotional touchstones. His wife Michele was more than a photographer. She was a creative force, a partner, and a quiet contributor to cultural history. Their deaths, under such tragic circumstances, deserved mourning, not mockery. What makes this moment especially painful for many is the timing. At a moment when unity and compassion could have prevailed, the focus shifted back to division. Even critics of Reiner's politics have acknowledged that attacking a murdered man and his grieving family crosses a moral red line. The situation also raises uncomfortable questions about the future of political discourse in America. If death itself is no longer a boundary, what is? Cultural commentators warn that this moment may be remembered not just for what was said, but for what it revealed about the state of empathy in public life. For Donald Trump, the controversy adds yet another chapter to a long history of headline-dominating statements. Whether this incident will have lasting political consequences remains to be seen. But for many Americans, especially those in Hollywood, the damage feels personal and irreversible. As tributes to Rob Reiner continue to pour in, one message stands out above the noise. Legacy matters. While words fade, actions endure. Reiner's body of work, his friendships across political divides, and his commitment to what he believed was right will define how history remembers him, not the insults hurled in the aftermath of his death. In the end, this story isn't just about politics. It's about humanity. It's about how we speak when someone is gone, how we treat grief, and how power shapes language. And as the nation watches the fallout, one truth becomes impossible to ignore. Moments like these reveal who we are and who we choose to be.